is a high level language, and to write the Python programs we do need a character set. So in a Python character set we have a valid set of characters which is recognized by Python. It uses the traditional ASCII character set. The ASCII character set is a subset of the Unicode character set. That means in Python we can use capital A, B, C, D, small a, b, c, and digits 0 to 9, special symbols that are available over the keyboard, and some white spaces and other special characters. So using all these character set we can make a Python program. So to take the input for a Python program and to print something, there is some basic functions of the Python, that is some basic input output function. So first basic input function is a raw underscore input function. It help us to give input to a program from a keyboard, but not in the form of the string. But this particular function is used in the previous versions of our Python. In Python 3.73 it is not used. We simply use a input function. There is a one drawback in this, that it converts everything into a string. But so if we write some integer value also, then also it will convert it into a string. Python input function also is used to give the input to a program for the keyboard, but returns the value accordingly. So with the input function we will use a special function which is known as a int, and input function always gives strings value, so there is no need of int float function can be used for the data conversion. Then we have indentation. Indentation refers to the space which we give from the borders of the page, that means from the margin. Whenever we write something, the certain set of statements are written in the separate spaces that are known as a block of code. For example, just see here in the print is written after if 3 greater than 2. So print is written inside the if statement. So let's talk about the token. The smallest individual unit in a program is known as a token. Today we will be discussing about the keyword, identifiers, literals, operators and punctuators. So what are keywords? Keywords are the words which can't be used as an identifier, or they are the words which got a special meaning, and these are the reserved words. That means the meaning of these words are already known to the interpreter. So here are some examples which is written in front of you. These are all keyword. We cannot use it as a identifier. Next is Python identifier. The identifier, as the name itself says, it is used to identify the variable, function, class, module or other objects. That means suppose we want to give the name to any constant value, so that name is nothing but a identifier. There are certain rules of declaring the identifiers, that is it starts with the letter A to Z or A to Z small, or an underscore followed by 0 or some letters. It does not allow special characters. Identifier must not be a keyword of Python. Python is a case sensitive programming language. So that means roll number and the small roll number are the two different identifiers in Python. So these are the some valid identifiers. So there are some additional rules of naming the identifiers. We can start an identifier with underscore, uppercase letter, all other identifier class starts with the lowercase letters. Starting an identifier with 2 leading underscores indicates it's a strong private identifier, and 2 underscore trailing underscore that it is a language defined special name. Then we have a literals. Literals are the constant values which we write in the Python programming. Literals in the Python can be defined as a number, text or other data that represent values to be stored in the variable. For example, name is an identifier and Johnny is a literal, string literal. F name is an identifier and Johnny is a string literal. Similarly, age is equal to 22, age is an identifier and 22 is a integer literal. 6.2 is a float literal and the special literal none. So here are some escape sequences or the backslash character set constant which we can use as a literal. Then we have operators. Operators can be defined as a symbol that are used to perform certain specific operation. That means they are intended to do some proper calculations. There are certain types of operators which we are going to learn in the Python now is arithmetic operator, relational operators, assignment operator, logical operators, bitwise operator, membership operators and identity operators. Let's start with the arithmetic operator. Plus, minus, division, multiplication, modulus, float division and exponent. These all are the examples of the arithmetic operators. Modulus returns the remainder, whereas float division removes the digits after the decimal point. Exponent perform the raise to the power. For example, here is an example of some operator, arithmetic operator continuity. How it works, we have already done in the class the practical of the same. This is the simple program of using the calculator program in the Python. So we will not go into the detail of this thing. So then we have arithmetic operators, and then we have relational operators. That means comparison operators. The relational operators always gives the answer in either true or either false. Equal, equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than, equal to and less than equal to are the examples of the relational operators. So, and I have already discussed in the class that when we compare the strings in the relational operator, so the capital alphabets, that means the uppercase alphabets got the lower precedence as compared to the small case letters. So that's all for today's video. In the next video we will discuss about the